I've lived happily ever after, and now what do I do? There's a sense that it's like you've gotten the life that you wanted, but then you're like, do I even want it anymore now that I have this? We've got the Emperor with the Ten of Cups, and well, actually that's part of the rest of it. The Emperor with the Ten of Cups is having everything that you wanted, but then there's a sense of like, now that I have it, I'm really reconsidering the fact that I want this life. Do I even like this life that I've created that I thought I wanted? Do I even want this anymore? The World with the Five of Cups is reconsidering the life you've created, maybe even considering ditching the lifestyle you've created for a totally different lifestyle. The world is like starting a new chapter. So maybe you're on the cusp. On the bottom we have the Magician, but underneath it is the Three of Swords. So you've done it. You made magic happen. You created your ideal world and you hate it. You don't like what you created, and now you're like, damn, maybe I should recreate this whole freaking thing. Maybe I should start my life over and build it from scratch because I don't like what I've accomplished. Let's pull the Oracle cards and see what else we got. Capricorn. Anything else for Capricorn? Huh? Okay, very interesting. So we have the Princess and the Hammer with the Hourglass. This is majorly talking about growing up, and having, changing what you like, changing yourself. It's the process of growing up. It's like a lot of times when you grow up, it's like there are points in your life where you realize you thought you wanted to do something, you work towards it, and then you realize, wow, it's shit. And I don't even want this at all now that I have it. Like, let's say, for example, you wanted to go to college. You always thought you wanted to be a doctor. So you went to college, you did the whole thing. You spent like 10 years going to medical school, and then you actually finally got into the office, and you absolutely hate dealing with a bunch of old sick people and having to like deal with all that, and you just don't like the job. So you realize, wow, it's almost like a complete change. You went through this entire process to get the life you wanted, and when you finally got it, the old lesson of it wasn't what you wanted, and maybe you want something simpler, because a lot of times we have to go get something difficult before we realize that we wanted the simpler thing. Let's pull advice though and find out. Advice for Capricorn. Wow. So for advice, we have the World card coming back out. So what does that tell me? It means, well, start that new chapter that you've been thinking about. It's like, if you don't like the life you're living, take charge of it with the Queen of Wands. Take charge of your own life. Make decisions to do something different, do something new. Start that new chapter. It's like a lot of times the only way to find out what you're not good at, or what you don't like, is to go the whole distance and get to the end and get the thing, and then realize that you don't like it, And that's just a natural part of the process. You don't feel bad about that. You went through it, you don't like it, you don't like what you did where you were at, and that was the point. The point was to discover that you didn't like it, and now you can move on to the next thing, because now you'll know better what you like and the lifestyle that you actually want to lead. So now that you know what you don't want to do, the lifestyle you don't want, change your life. Go ahead and start the new chapter. See what the Oracle cards have for advice. Capricorn. Holy crap. So we've got the treasure chest coming out, and then the crown and the eye. What does that tell me? Money doesn't buy you happiness, right? And that's the advice here is, I think you guys had to learn that the hard way. You guys had to go the distance to be really successful, or get maybe a really good job, maybe make a lot of money. And that was your goal, and you had to get there to realize that money doesn't actually make you happy. And now that you've realized that, you can change your life to focus on maybe a job that doesn't make you a lot of money, but a job that makes you happy inside, right? Maybe it makes less money, but you're gonna be a happier person. Something to that effect. On the bottom, we have the ear, and then the number 2. What is gonna bring you happiness is sharing things with other people. It's people. The ear and the number 2 is like engaging with people, talking to people, having people in your life. It's not money, right? And maybe it's even your coworkers, the people who you choose to work with, might factor into how happy you are and how much you enjoy your life. So that could be a consideration too. All right, Capricorns, that is your reading. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you want to see more of these videos, go ahead and follow the channel.